Hello and welcome back to the Real Estate Regroup Show. I am your host, LJ Walker, wanting to talk to you guys about some things that are not being spoken about regarding this election. There's been a lot of focus, as usual, on who to select for president. However, depending on where you are, there normally is other offices where people also are up for bid as far as being elected that you should be aware of. It's kind of hard for me to say in general overall what it is because each city, state, county, and district is different. But I know where I live, one of the posts, if you will, that we also had to choose was who was going to be the judge. And that's very important because a lot of times we have cases, especially in the Black community, and we don't agree with how the rulings went down. But we are the ones that choose and put those judges in office. And sometimes we don't even vote for them. Okay. And that's understandable because a lot of times those judges do not come forth and say what it is that they're stand for, what it is that they stand for, what it is that they are about. Okay. Sometimes you have to actually physically go and search. I believe one site is Vote 411 and see if they have any information on there about themselves. Otherwise, your best bet is just to do a Google search. They may be on Facebook, and you can see, because I've done this, you can see, okay, this is what this person is about, this is what they stand for, and then this way you make a better, more informed choice as far as who you want in that particular position. So that's one of my critiques that I have. The other thing is there are proposals that are up. For, again, where I live, if you turn over the ballot, it continues, and there are 4 proposals. One proposal, well, actually 2 of them in particular, does have an effect on real estate. One has to do with discrimination, and the other one has to do with sanitation. As far as what does the sanitation, what else should they be responsible for? Because believe it or not, the more cleanlier a neighborhood is, the more it attracts people to move there. Okay. And not only that, it also minimizes rats, roaches, and things of that nature. So that those things are very important. Okay, so I'm gonna need you guys to get out there and vote. I don't care who you vote for when it comes to, your who you're choosing for president, but the other posts or the other positions that are up for election, those are normally the local boards, those people who affect you, the rules that they make affect you directly, instantly. Those proposals, by the way, it doesn't even matter who you vote for president or if you don't vote for president, those proposals will get passed or not passed regardless. Because, like, for example, here in New York City, if 50% of the people who uh, vote yes or they vote no, that proposal is getting passed, whether Kamala is there or Trump is there. Those rules affect the people who live in my neighborhood directly. The people who live in my state, well, actually not my state, because those particular proposals were actually done by the mayor. So if you live in the city of New York, then those proposals affect you instantly once November 5th is passed of this year. Now, some of you who don't live in New York, or you might live in other parts of New York, Don't think that you don't have proposals, because I heard down the pipeline that some of you do, and some of those proposals are regarding have monetary value towards it, as far as more grants or putting more money into grants to help you buy a home or stay in your home. Okay, that is one. I also heard about, not gentrification, oh, what is the word here? Reparations, I'm sorry. One of the districts, I believe it's in Michigan, they are looking at reparations. So if you don't go vote, especially those of you who are African American, and you talk about you want reparations, but then you don't go out and vote, or you go out and vote, but you only vote for the president and you don't flip the ballot over and make that mark, and you don't get reparations for that district. It's not for the whole state. It's not for the, any particular city. I believe it's only a district. I just can't remember the name at this particular moment. But anyway, if you don't vote, that's on you. You have yourself to blame. I'm holding you accountable. Okay, we do need to hold these candidates accountable, these elected officials accountable. Yes, we do. And guess what else, guys? Now is the perfect time to do it. Now that they are up for election and it's so close, they are definitely willing, because they want your vote. They want your vote. So you should approach them and you should say, hey, this is what's going on. This is what we're about. Now, yes, sometimes they do make false promises, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're just not aware of something that needs to be fixed. And someone had said to me, a good friend of mine actually, she was like, oh, these politicians, they should know. We shouldn't have to tell them. But I was like I told you guys, I network before I get to an event. Had a great conversation with this Uber driver, and he was like, you know what? This is what you say to people who come at you like that. And by the way, guys, he was a Republican, and I'm a Democrat. And he was like, look, none of us know our job until after we get hired. Think about that. You might have the education and you might have the experience, but your job wants things to be performed a specific way. And you're not going to know that until you actually get it. The other thing is, there might be things on your job that you don't know and you're not able to know beforehand, but you learn on the job. So you got to have that same grace, give it to these politicians out here. They might not be aware that there's a problem over here and it needs to be changed. Why? Because nobody says anything to them. We just expect them to know. No, now is a great time to go to Kamala or go to Trump and say, hey, here's a problem. We don't like this. You want my vote? Let me know. Or what is your stance on this? So that this way you know who to vote for and who not to vote for those of you who are still confused and you still don't know what you want to do. Okay? And remember, another thing too that a lot of people don't realize, the president doesn't make the law. Congress does. The president can veto a law, or they can sign the bill and approve it. Okay? So, and the Congress is your local representatives, and some of you have them running right now. But you'll go in, vote for president, and then come out. No. Go in, vote for the president, then vote for whoever your local official is, then then flip the ballot over and pick, the proposal. Choose the proposals, yes or no. Which one do you want passed and which ones you don't want passed? And then some of you have, your ballot is actually 2 pages long. So you have that extra page. Go through that extra page, look at the proposals, because like I said, it doesn't matter who you choose for president or not. If it's a yes or a no, that proposal is going through. Okay, guys? And if you are out of the United States at this particular point in time, and you're living temporarily somewhere else, but you still have a U.S. passport, don't think that, oh, well, I can't vote because I'm not there. No, you can still vote. And I will drop in the comment section where you can go and get your vote put in. All right, guys, this is a very, all elections are very important, whether it's president or not. All of them are important. So please take this seriously. Share this amongst your friends. Why? Because each one, reach one, teach one. Bye for now. Until next time. Have a good night.